Hello again, everyone. It's Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the Nautilus Dry Docks, and got a quick, hopefully quick project. Just want to show you the kinds of things that come across our bench here at the Nautilus Dry Docks. This is a cylinder that the customer has asked us to refurbish. This is what we have been given to work with. So this is a 2.4 gigahertz boat. He was good enough to send the radio and the remote fob. On the end here we got an end cap, battery clip, fuse, and a totally encapsulated remote on-off switch, which is actually not a bad idea. These heavy-duty remote on-off switches, boy, if you just breathe on them with too much moisture, they will die on you. So that's not cool. And then what he also did is sealed up the passage. So that wire is permanently part of this watertight cylinder. Moving forward, we got air pump and the 2IS electronic switch that controls it. And then we got a little bit of a rat's nest of electronics. We've got our receiver in here, the receiver wire that goes out. Originally, he was concerned because this was leaking and he could not identify the leak. First things first, he wanted us to refurbish this, so we're going to clean up all these wires, possibly build an equipment tray, and then we'll move to diagnosing the leak. I can see right off the bat, and I don't know, yeah, you can see this in the video, this O-ring is all split and cracked and likely not doing too much to keep water out of the cylinder. So we're going to get to work separating these out kind of one thing at a time, cleaning up the wires and seeing what we can do. Alright, here's a little bit of progress here. I am still very concerned about all of these wires in here not fitting. This is a very small compartment. But here's the big problem that we had going on. This is the rear diplane servo, and I'll get Jason to move it. Okay, there you go. There we go. So that moves back and forth. This is stripped. This is completely stripped inside. So there's a reason. So if you move the forward diplane servo and then that one, you can see they're hitting each other. This would only move about 5 degrees before it impacts that. And it was even worse when this linkage was in place. And there is no way that I can think of to utilize this servo and this servo together given this spacing. And I know some of you might just say, oh, well, you just like lift it up. But unfortunately, the wall of the cylinder is like right there. You got maybe 2 millimeters of clearance, which is not enough to clear this servo horn. And even dropping it, I wonder if we could fabricate our own drop it down. And we're really talking wonkiness. But at any rate, that is the challenge we're trying to figure out. And here is our solution. We simplified matters. We built a new horn for the servo. And we did that by using a wheel collar and a piece of brass and drilled it. So now both the horn and the linkage go under these other ones. So now when we do all of this fun stuff, nothing is hitting, nothing is hitting. Now when they both go together, they just kiss. They just kiss, but they don't interfere with each other. So again, this one here was completely stripped out. This plastic horn was completely stripped. We replaced that. So now that is all brand new and working. This seal was not in place. It was not sealing. It's like completely loose here. So that's an issue. And now looking at this, you can see this gigantic hole around this seal. I don't know if that's leaking there or not, but we'll address that as well. So now the big question is, will we fit it all back into the tube so that it can be put back in the boat? So another little surprise with this unit. Went to go seal that gap around there, thinking that, you know, it might have been leaking around there. But no, this is what we've got going on. The whole seal is spinning in the body, and it is seized to the shaft. So now, what I'm hoping is I can get it out without having to disassemble the entire motor bracket. Ay, ay, ay. So more fun and games when I gently gripped the seal. The entire thing just shattered like an egg. So now we gotta extract this whole thing, see if we can get it out. Lots of fun. So the Odyssey continues. In final testing here, we got this. That is full throttle. That is not cool. So now I feel like we need to disconnect the motor from this drivetrain, test it for operation, eliminate this as being the issue. And if it is eliminated and it's still goofy, then we need to troubleshoot the speed controller. So, mystery solved. There's a chunk of resin that was wedged between the motor and the bulkhead inside. So now when we give her juice, we get somewhat closer to warp speed out of this baby. So now we just got to bolt everything all back together again, and we'll be done. We did test for watertight integrity. The new seal is working perfectly. There's not so much as a dribble, bubble, or otherwise. So once we get this put back together again, we'll put the cylinder back together again, do a final systems check, and it'll be done. All right, back together, final test. Let's see if it'll all work. That'll get up and go. There we go. Does the pitch controller work? Yep, pitch controller's working. Good, good, good. Ballast system. Nice. And yeah, that's it. That's all the features. Back to 100% operational condition, tested for leaks. Well, there you go. A little insight into what we have to deal with kind of on a daily basis. We get this kind of stuff all the time. And usually, like this time, everything is about 10 times longer and harder than the customer originally thought it was going to be. So might be a little bit of a surprise on the invoice, because I think we probably spent maybe 2 hours more on this than we thought we were going to. But now he's got a perfectly set up, tested, and certified watertight cylinder. So thanks for joining me, and we will catch you next time.